Welcome, guys. This is a video to show off some of the modeling features added in SuperD. SuperD is a partnered 3D modeling application to Verto Studio, which means it fully supports working with it. But for now, I want to show you guys essentially what SuperD can do and what it is capable of. And I feel like the quickest way to do that would be just to dive right in. So what SuperD allows you to do is edit really simple control cages and do simple operations on them to create smooth surfaces that approximate those control cages using curve networks, very smooth Bezier-based curve networks. And these patches are generated from the curves and actually meet together to create curved surfaces, which make 3D modeling infinitely easier than it would be, or I should say 3D modeling of curved patch-based surfaces infinitely easier than it would be without these features. So you can see here, I'm just taking a model and extending it using the pull feature in 3D space and creating a curved surface by simply manipulating the control cage vertices. So by me moving this control cage around, the 3D surface, the underlying surface, will actually reach out and try to touch the control cage points or vertices and allows me really simple but complete control over the process of the 3D modeling that would normally be very difficult to do without this kind of stuff. I mean, this kind of software and this kind of features typically cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to do in commercial grade 3D modeling applications, and we're bringing it to iOS for like nothing. So really proud of this thing. So again, I can keep using these tools to do like a pool and then scale this down and can create kind of like a 3D cup. And once I've created my surface the way I want to, I can actually go out of edit mode into view mode, and I can actually see the polygons of the surface that I created. I could even do a dynamic level of detail by varying the model resolution to be exactly as high as I want. And I could take a look at my model, and I could turn off the curve boundaries if I don't want to see the curve network anymore, and just look at the thing in its purest form. And I can actually tell that I've created a really, really awesome 3D surface by simply editing this very, very coarse and easy to work with control cage. So you guys can see, if you've ever tried to do 3D modeling before, your eyes are probably like, holy crap, like this is awesome. The first time I actually got this thing running and saw what it was capable of, I was sold on the idea of subdivision-based modeling right away. I've tried to create surfaces like this without this stuff before, and it freaking sucks. So having this available right now is really cool. So now that I've created a surface, and I have it the way I want it, I can actually take this and just copy this. And this is the only app on iOS besides Verto Studio that can do this. I can copy the model, the resulting model generated from the control cage, and paste it directly into Verto Studio. And now I have it in Verto Studio, and all of the features inside Verto Studio are instantly available to work with this model that I've created, which is really cool. But again, if I had a model that I created in Verto, and I wanted to use that model as a control cage for SuperD, well, I can copy this model out of Verto Studio, and I can paste it directly in as a new cage in SuperD, and SuperD will take that original control cage and bring it in, and we'll actually use it as a cage for modeling in SuperD itself. And then I could take this thing and actually take points or vertices or edges or whatever I want and actually move these out and manipulate, using the subdivision surface algorithm, the actual curvature of the shape by simply messing with the original control cage. It'd be very difficult, again, to do this without this algorithm or without this software's ability. I mean, you're getting into features here that, again, can cost hundreds, if or thousands of dollars to do. So again, I'm just playing around with the pool tool here, which is one of my favorite tools to have. And I'm creating bulges and doing weird, crazy things to the surface. And when I'm done, I can visualize those changes any which way I want and verify that I have a perfectly G2 surface. and then I can take the resultant surface and paste that into anything I want. If you don't have Verto Studio installed, it's not the end of the world. You can export the thing as an OBJ or import an OBJ from the cloud. You don't need Verto Studio to get inputs and outputs from this software, but it makes it simpler if you do have Verto Studio installed, because then you can simply just copy paste things to and from the software as you see fit. So again, creating shapes like this with this level of smooth curvature would be extremely difficult. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about SuperD, and I wanted to show it to you guys simply because there's a lot of power involved in what you can do with it. And I mean, I've barely just grazed the surface of what this thing can do in this video, and I don't want to, make this video too long. I kind of wanted this just to be a brief introduction to what SuperD is and what it can do. But this essentially is the introduction to SuperD. I encourage everybody to check it out. If you're a novice and you want to get involved in 3D modeling and you want to create complex shapes, but you're not really sure how you would do that manually, this is a great place for you to start. Or if you're a pro 3D modeler and maybe you're interested in checking out another way to do 3D modeling in a way that gives you more control, again, I would recommend looking into this tool as well. So that's SuperD. There will be more videos about SuperD and Verto Studio in the coming months, but I just wanted you guys to get a really brief introduction to it because, in my opinion, it's one of the most advanced applications for modeling to hit the iOS store in the last couple of years for sure. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will put a link to this app in the description so you guys can check it out.